Infrastructure Fund alongside the AFDB's chairman. Welcome back, our dear viewers, and to shed light on the Egyptian role in the African economy, we are very delighted to have our dear guest, Dr. Mohamed Nour, the member of the Supreme Advisory Board of the Council of Egypt Scientists. Hello, Dr. Mohamed, and thank you very much for being our guest today in Africa.
Thank you very much for having me.
What, from your point of view, is the role of Egypt in boosting the economy of Africa and attract investors from the African continent ahead of the upcoming economic conference which will take place in Egypt in the West Resort of Sharm el-Sheikh in the coming month of March?
First, I will take half a minute to explain the history of Egypt in Africa. The best period was the period of Abdel Nasser, President Abdel Nasser. He had a very, very good relationship with Africa. He was always helping them economically. If one of them they need some aid they will do. You will find Al-Nasr, for example, somebody called Al-Nasr,
yes, indeed.
Section where many countries in Africa, they used to have the president of Egypt next to the picture of the president of this particular country. That's how it was. But it came a period which was not so. We moved away from them. And now with this, I'm glad to say that the President Sisi, he wants to come back, and also the Africans, they want to come back to Egypt. I've asked somebody actually during one summit with some student, African student who was in Egypt. I was invited to that, and I asked them, what do you want from Egypt? They said, we want another Abdel Nasser. That's the
legacy of the Abdel Nasser.
And I think the best one who can play this role is the President Sisi. He wants to work with Africa.
Indeed, sir. And as we were just talking before your kind introduction about the history of the Egyptian-African relations, we believe that Egypt should play a more important role on all levels concerning the African continent, and in particular the economic role, as we are moving forward in our economic policies and our development on the economic level ahead of our big economic conference which will take place next month.
Really, the African wants Egypt to play a role, and I don't find anything to say.
Yes, and we are currently seeing the map of Africa with the division of the African states. Do you have any comments regarding that?
Regarding that, it's a big, actually the Africa, it's a big continent. It has a lot of natural resources, and if it used to be the old continent, which is Europe, which is leading the whole world economically and scientifically, and this world went to Asia, so this is a time to Africa to stand up and say it's my time. If you see this continent, what they need is they need to practice, use scientists and science to develop the economy, and it should be done through union. Some kind of they made a trial of the Kunist. That was
the main role that we should be doing, the African states here, in order to boost the economy through economic blocks.
That's it. We have to do it together. Of course, every country they try to develop themselves, but to achieve more goals, we have to do it collectively together. Like the Europe done so.
The European Union, of course.
Yeah, the common market, and later was the European Union, the name changed. That's what we mean. If you, for example, there is a book called Commission. If you read the objective, the goals, it's similar to the goals of the common market or the European Union now. what prevent them from achieving their goals fully? Because they start in the wrong foot. They start 20 countries. That is a massive number. If you think that you cannot concentrate on 20 countries, it's impossible. What they did in Europe, they started with a few countries, right?
Then other countries started to
after they start getting a result of what they are doing, they start getting result economically. Then the other country, they say, what do we do to join? They will make application to them. So we cannot, what I can do is, I am making a proposal through the council, which is I am honored to be doing my host.
Egyptian fund.
Yes, to work, to use, I am not going to start again or to attack any organization. Organization is not the Kunissa. We need like amendment. The idea is, I will choose, I already have chosen 4 or 5 countries, four countries in the Kunissa and 1 country out of the Kunissa, together to start doing the work as the common market has started. Fully, to achieve goals, to reach development, and then later we will ask the rest of the Kunissa to join gradually. That is the idea. You ask me, maybe you ask what is this country I choose and why I choose them.
Why these countries in particular?
Why this country is in particular? To do that, to be successful, you have to think. You don't put any name just for no reason. It has to be a reason behind it. They have to aid to each other. They have to add to each other. And when they work together, we will see better results. That's what I've done. I've chosen Egypt, Sudan, South and North, the Republic of Congo, which is under Sudan, and also above the Republic of Congo, you find the center of Africa.
The Central Republic of Africa. Here you are seeing here another map for the African continent. What is the significance of this map from
this yellow color, it represents the people of the Nile, the Nile Basin.
The Nile Basin.
Egypt, Sudan, North and South, and then you find Congo, and then you find Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, and Eritrea, and all of them. But I am concerned now about the block. Some of them in the block actually. Egypt is in Sudan, Congo Democratic, yes, in the block.
But why Central Africa? Why in particular did you choose the
actually was a successful block. It has to have a road. You can't go from one country to another by road. And if you go from south, if you can enter, you try to enter from Sudan to Congo, south of Sudan, it's a very tricky area. So it's a swamp. And also if you go towards Congo, from that you will face a lot of mountains. But if you go from Central Republic of Africa, it will be easier. What happened in Europe? You can go by train from one country to another. You can go by road. That's very important.
They have humongous and very easy methods of transportation, railways and by cars,
and also go by roads. These big trucks and so on.
Which is not the case.
But this is one of the things. There is something very important. When I choose this country, I've looked into Dr. Jamal Hildan. He's talking about Egypt, how this is the genius of the place, which is Egypt. Egypt itself, it has seaports towards Europe.